Hello and welcome to part 5 of my Dredge playthrough. Uh, I'm staying up way later than I should. It's time got away from me. It's like almost 4 o'clock in the morning. uh, I don't know why I'm up, but anyways, I'm gonna do one last thing down here in Gale Cliffs, and then I'm gonna take the music box to the collector. And the thing I'm gonna do down here is just grab these refined pieces of metal right here. And hopefully I won't screw up too bad on this little mini game. Okay. So now we can head on back up to Greater Marrow. Okay, so we're back up here at the collector's house. So let's go ahead and park and see what he has to say. So let me just drag this out of storage in case that messes things up. So you've returned. I wasn't sure you were coming back. You drag the massive music box into the room, gouging the wooden floorboards beneath it. The collector doesn't seem to mind. He's focused on the box. You found this at the cliffs, didn't you? Yeah. Ah, excellent. This should make future return journeys a little more swift. Allow me. He selects one of the silver ribbons trailing from the crimson-bound book, opening it to some unseen page. Turning to catch the dim light, he whispers the words on the page. After a few seconds, you feel your stomach drop suddenly, as though thrown high by a wave. He closes the book and turns his attention back to you. Now there are yet more relics to find. Keep looking. The reef at Stellar Basin may have caught and accumulated some wreckage. Search around that area. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else? Manifest. Use of these words will induce a trance-like state. While in this state, time will pass in the blink of an eye. When it is over, you will find yourself here. As always, I caution against overusing this. Selectively and strategically utilize it when you need it most. So yeah, basically, manifest is like fast travel. But you can only fast travel back here, so it's only really useful when you're out at one of the island chains. But it is useful nonetheless. I'm gonna sell all my trinkets and stuff, and I'll start heading over to Stellar Basin. The lighthouse keeper is waiting for you on the dock, looking displeased. I saw you sailing out towards the horizon, crossing that deep expanse. Do you really think that's wise? It's fine. Maybe this time. You need to be more careful. Even you, with all of your experience, cannot truly know the ocean. Nobody can. Abruptly, she walks away. Her eyes scan the water as she walks along the dock. Okay, so I'm back. I did an upgrade. I reached tier 2 of the hull, so now I can take a few more hits if something were to attack my boat. And let me see it. I think I might have a little more cargo space now. Yeah, I think so. So I think I'm good to start heading to Stellar Basin. Let's see here. Look at my map. Oh, I'm right here. I guess I'll try to head over. I'll try to head over and dock here so that I can sleep. Oh, turn my lights on first. Stellar Basin is probably it's probably my favorite area just because it's beautiful once you get in here. Oh, what's this? Another wreck. There are some boxes scattered haphazardly on the shore. Okay, opal earrings, bolt of cloth, wood, and another scrap of paper. Once I get to a place where I can look at my storage box, I'll arrange all this paper. Make it sound like I'm rich. Collectible here. I've not written in a few days. I've been afflicted with some strange chill which conspires to fog my brain. I cannot seem to keep warm no matter what I do. The ink has run from some lines here, and they are illegible. While most of what they hauled up was junk, they eventually came up with a large wooden casket. A hush came over the crew at such a tantalizing discovery. I remember the next moments with excruciating clarity. He pried it open easily. The buckling boards cracked and groaned with relief as they splintered apart. Crimson cloth spilled out onto the deck. The crashing waves rose to fill my ears. I hear them still. He stared down into the open casket, then turned to me. In his eyes I saw the void. The page has been torn off here. Sounds like that dude got possessed. Yeah, I ain't gonna pull that up because I'm low on space. Let's go ahead and sleep. And I'm not going to look into this area just yet, this little dock here, because it ties into the overall story, and I'll have to make 2 trips if I do that. So I'll be back. But there's a familiar face down here, and this is where I'll be doing most of my trading from now on. Well, in this area. And they're collectible. This one's got like a red glow around it that I've never noticed before. We're engaged to be married. He sailed us out to the very center of Stellar Basin to see the lights. We talked for hours, something we've not done in such a long time, waiting and hoping. Sometime past midnight, as we were growing delirious and hysterical from the lack of sleep, the aurora shimmered in the skies above. When I turned to see his reaction, he was already down on one knee. I cannot even remember what he said, or what I said, but I know that I said yes. The ring is beautiful, with a span of jewels going right the way around. I cannot take my eyes off of it. P.S. I was not sure whether to write this under yesterday's date or today's, given that it occurred at the conjunction of days, but I feel that the news is significant enough to warrant spanning multiple entries. And here is the researcher. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting visitors. Who are you? Fisherman. Ah, yes, I thought you had the look, but a fisherman all the way out here? Strange. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, all the same. I've not seen another soul in months. In fact, I could do with your help if you had the time. What do you need help with? I need help collecting samples to study. I was originally posted at the research outpost on the interior of the basin, but it was attacked. A large creature emerged from the depths and destroyed the outpost. Now it rests in the center of the basin. I fled here and have been making do as best I can, but I had to leave most of my equipment behind, so now my research has come to a halt. Take a look at the list of specimens I need. Please drop them off here. You might need to experiment with different fishing strategies to collect all of them. Okay, she wants an aurora jellyfish, a glowing octopus, and a firefly squid. And I think this might be the only time where the trawl net is mandatory, because you can't catch the aurora jellyfish otherwise. So yeah, I need to rearrange my stuff here so that I can install one of those. And since it's already late, I'm just going to go ahead and rest. Well, actually, I think most of that stuff actually comes out at night, so I might be able to catch some of it. Oh yeah, and I can show you guys the basin at night. It's gorgeous. Here's the octopus you wanted. Yeah, put him upside down. I think there's a trinket right here, but we're kind of close to the center of this basin. It's kind of funny that I'm at a place called the Basin after my last video on my Jack and Daxter video. It's all coming back to haunt me. Trawl net, $300. Good thing I had some money saved back. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and rest until nighttime so we can start trawling. That should be good. Okay, so trawl nets work kind of like crab pots. You just select them and then you press square, and then all you do is just drive around, and sometimes you catch stuff. It's actually pretty handy, but oh hey, there's a squid. It's pretty handy, but I hardly ever use it. I guess it's good for filling out your encyclopedia and stuff. Hopefully I'll catch it. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So now we can just head back to the researcher. Whoops. Oh, hello again. What do you need? Here's the octopus. The squid and the jellyfish. Thank you. Looks like you've caught all the surface specimens I need. But yes, I do also need some from deeper down. But that's going to be a problem. Why's that a problem? I developed a device to retrieve samples from the abyssal zone. This was over in the other research outpost before the attack. I have an idea of how to keep that creature at bay long enough to collect these samples, but while I work on that, I need you to retrieve some prototype parts. Carefully. I suggest you go during the day. I wouldn't want you to be out on the reef at night. Okay. Yeah, so this is the part where I was saying that you had to return to that interior outpost. And also, I guess it's gone now. I thought I saw an aberration over here. And yeah, also, in my last dredge video, when I found that like fish that I wanted to find but couldn't catch, you have to complete Stellar Basin to unlock the abyssal stuff to catch those fish. So yeah, just FYI. The laboratory is in ruins, with equipment and research papers strewn about the place. Where do you want to look? Cupboards. Research parts. Inspect the equipment on the table. After some searching, you find the prototype parts that the researcher needs to assemble the sampling device. You stow the prototype parts on board. You look around on the floor. There are cracks in the base of the structure that grow to large gashes as you follow them along the walls. Something extremely large and powerful created these holes. You slowly reach your arm into one. Okay. You pluck an item from the gouge. Okay, let's head on back to the researcher. I have the prototype parts you asked for. Excellent. Let me assemble a device for you. This should allow you to catch specimens from much greater depths. It's a little slow, but you may be able to make some improvements. There we go. Well, I got a trophy just now. Didn't even know I was missing one. Now I've developed a repulsion machine that produces a bright light and emits a high-pitched noise. It should deter the creature from attacking, or enrage it, I'm not sure. Connect it to the research outpost generator. You'll have to return and re-engage it every few hours, but other than that, it's completely automated. Great. Now take a look at the list of specimens. Remember, you'll want to install and activate the machine before attempting to collect these. You might also need to improve that equipment I gave you to catch some of these. A snailfish, a loose jaw, great amphipod, and an anglerfish. Yeah, so that thing she gives you actually unlocks this bottomless lines so that you can research them. And I'm going to spend my other research part on this. But I need to go back to the trader to actually buy what I just unlocked. So I guess I'll head on back there. And yeah, I'm going to do that before I install this part as well, because if I install it now, I'm just going to have to run back down to the trader and then run back up to the research station to activate it. So better just to do it when I can get the most use out of it. Alright, I fished up the money and I got the stuff installed. So here's my new layout. I got rid of my trawl net and replaced it with my spindle, and I put the bottomless lines on this side. So we are good to start fishing for abyssal stuff. I'm not really sure why I'm doing this at night. I could have easily just done it during the day. Also, I caught a Medusa octopus. 8 snapping mouths crawl over each other at the behest of a silent master. That was while I was grinding for cash. Oh, another one. Okay. Sure, I'll hang on to that. So now I've got to go install this part, and then I can start fishing stuff out of the center of this place. Ugh. These jellies. The researcher's repulsion machine could be connected to the outpost generator here. Oh, research part. Cool. Sure. The repulsion machine hums and whirs to life. A few seconds later, a bright light shoots from the top and an alarm begins blaring. The researcher said this should keep the creature at bay for a time at least. Okay. First, grab an anglerfish. I didn't really need to grab this first, but I've already done it. Yeah, so now I need to The old giant arthropod. Should also be snailfish in these waters. And this is a jank looking setup I've got going. Oh, I hear a boat. I hope that's not actually in here with me. Okay, there's snailfish. That might actually be my limit on what I can carry for now. Oh, there's an aberration. There's a trophy. Alright, let's just go back to the researcher and stash what we got. I think we're missing a fish that we need for that loose jaw, if I were to guess. But at least we don't have to fish in the center again, at least for this quest line. Okay, here's the snailfish, the anglerfish, and the arthropod. And I think, honestly, I think the loose jaws might be like, yeah, right here. There we go. Okay, here's the loose jaw. I have good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first? The good news. The good news is that I've honed in on what's causing the abnormalities in the ecosystem. The bad news is the samples you retrieved from the basin have dangerously high counts of cellular mutations. This all points to one thing. That thing in the basin is harmful to life at a cellular level. It damages everything around it, whether passively or with intent. I need to write up a report on my findings. Sorry, our findings. Immediately. Maybe now they'll take me seriously. Oh, how rude of me. You've done all this for me, and I've not got much to say thank you with. You should have this. She opens a drawer and pulls out a book. Sheepishly, she hands it to you. This is something I wrote during my studies. I think it'll be useful to you. Thanks again for your help. I'd recommend that you avoid the area. It doesn't seem safe to be near the basin. Yeah, I'm already reading a book right now, but it's nice to have another one on hand. And contrary to what she said, we do need to go into the center one more time so that we can get the collector's artifact. And then after that, we'll be pretty much done here, except for the side content, which I'm not really going to worry about. Oh, and also we can also grab this guy, because this is another one of those things the trader was looking for. Gulper eel. This guy, put him down here. Okay. This is it right here. All right. There are some other trinkets around here, but I don't care. Like I said, it's probably like 4 o'clock in the morning right now, so I'm waiting for the weight to hit my eyelids. That's that in storage, and dang, I'm about to fill up my storage. I was gonna do something else, but I forgot what it was. Well, Whatever, I guess. I'm gonna use Manifest, and then we'll be instantly back to the collector. Pretty handy. You walk in and place the jewel-encrusted ring on a table by the collector. His eyes widen. We're certainly making excellent progress now, and I know what you're thinking. An item like this would fetch a fortune at any auction, but for us, its value transcends material wealth. Regardless, you are due a reward. He opens the crimson book, its spine crackling audibly. Selecting a page carefully, he begins to read aloud. The words sound muffled, as though he's speaking through a thick haze. You hear a growling, crackling in your ears. Suddenly, your vision flares and both of your ears pop. He closes the book. We must keep searching. I've been thinking more on where we might find another. I can imagine all manner of detritus swallowed by the silty muck of Twisted Strand's channels. It's worth investigating. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Let's see what that new spell did. Banish. The banishing words will provide you a temporary protection from most things if spoken swiftly enough. They can be used defensively. Choose your moment carefully. The more they are spoken, the more they are understood. Alrighty, well, I think I made pretty good progress in this one. I completed a whole island chain, and next time we're going to be heading to the northwest to Twisted Strand. And despite the way this one looks, it's actually not too bad of an island. In fact, I think it might have one of the better stories of any island chain. Also, I'm gonna get rid of this. That's from like 5 episodes ago. But anyways, we'll see you guys in the next one.